Dr. Maxwell Smith, a renowned professor of neurology at Columbia University in New York, has spent over 2 decades researching the critical connection between vitamin D and autoimmune diseases. His groundbreaking research has led to the development of what is now known as the Madison Protocol, a highly controlled treatment regimen that uses high doses of vitamin D notably. This protocol has helped over 90% of patients with autoimmune conditions achieve significant remission. The shocking truth about vitamin D: many Americans are unknowingly affected by a genetic condition known as vitamin D resistance, which prevents the body from effectively utilizing vitamin D even when supplementation meets standard recommendations. This silent deficiency is believed to be at the root of the rising tide of autoimmune diseases across the United States. Modern medical knowledge regarding vitamin D is often considered outdated, largely based on studies conducted nearly a century ago. Back then, vitamin D was merely recognized as a compound that aids calcium absorption. However, recent studies now show that vitamin D actually influences over 2,500 genes in the body, many of which regulate the immune system. In addition, vitamin D plays a vital role in reducing inflammation, regulating cell growth, and supporting neuromuscular and cardiovascular function. These expansive roles make it clear that vitamin D is more than just a nutrient. It's a hormone-like molecule with broad physiological impacts. Widespread misunderstandings and critical mistakes. Vitamin D toxicity concerns. While it is true that improper use of high-dose vitamin D can lead to elevated calcium levels in the blood, known as hypercalcemia, the long-term danger of vitamin D deficiency is far more severe. Millions of Americans live in a state of chronic deficiency without knowing it, putting them at risk of serious health issues. Mistake number 1. Sole reliance on blood tests. Vitamin D levels in the blood do not accurately reflect how much vitamin D is actually active within the cells where critical biological functions occur. This means that a normal blood test result does not necessarily indicate healthy vitamin D functionality. Additionally, serum levels can be misleading in those with chronic inflammation or certain genetic variants, as these can alter how vitamin D is transported and activated in the body. Mistake number 2. The 15 minutes of sunlight is enough. Over 70% of the population cannot synthesize adequate levels of vitamin D from sun exposure due to several factors including genetics, age, skin color, and body weight. The one-size-fits-all advice about sun exposure is misleading for the majority of Americans. For example, people with darker skin tones require significantly more sun exposure to produce the same amount of vitamin D as someone with fair skin. Urban lifestyles and modern work environments also limit outdoor exposure, compounding the issue. Mistake number 3. Low daily dose recommendations. The current recommended daily allowance (RDA) for vitamin D is just enough to prevent rickets, a disease caused by extreme vitamin D deficiency, but it is woefully inadequate to support immune health and prevent chronic illnesses. Leading researchers now suggest that much higher daily doses, often in the range of 5,000 to 10,000 U, may be necessary for many individuals to maintain optimal health, particularly those with absorption issues or genetic resistance. Mistake #4. Fear of vitamin D over deficiency. While the public and some professionals remain overly cautious about vitamin D toxicity, cases of actual toxicity are extremely rare. In contrast, millions suffer from deficiency-related issues daily, which contribute to a wide range of chronic health conditions. These include fatigue, depression, joint pain, weakened immune response, and increased susceptibility to infections. The mechanism and solutions of the Madison Protocol. The Madison Protocol is specifically designed for individuals who are genetically resistant to vitamin D and who suffer from autoimmune diseases. This treatment involves taking very high doses of vitamin D, ranging from 60,000 U to 200,000 U per day under strict medical supervision. The protocol is centered around 3 key components. 1. Dose control and medical supervision. High dose vitamin D therapy must be monitored closely by a medical professional. Patients following the Madison Protocol undergo regular lab testing and follow a tailored nutrition plan to ensure safety and effectiveness. Monitoring includes regular checks of serum calcium, phosphate, parathyroid hormone (PTH), and kidney function to ensure the body is processing the high vitamin D load appropriately. 2. Calcium absorption management to prevent the risk of hypercalcemia. Patients are advised to reduce consumption of calcium-rich foods, particularly dairy products such as milk and cheese. This helps balance calcium levels in the body when taking high doses of vitamin D. Additionally, limiting processed foods that are fortified with calcium can further help manage the risk. It's not about eliminating calcium completely, it's about finding the right balance to work in harmony with elevated vitamin D levels. 3. Supplementation of cofactors in order for vitamin D to function optimally and safely in the body. The following cofactors are critical. Magnesium supports the activation and metabolism of vitamin D. Without sufficient magnesium, vitamin D remains inactive. Vitamin K to Mk7 helps direct calcium to the bones and away from soft tissues, reducing the risk of arterial calcification. This vitamin plays a crucial role in the matrix glyprotein MGP activation, which protects arteries and prevents stiffness. Zinc plays a crucial role in immune function and works synergistically with vitamin D. It also contributes to maintaining the structural integrity of cellular membranes and acts as an antioxidant. Practical advice for healthy individuals. If you don't suffer from an autoimmune disease or genetic resistance to vitamin D, the following 5 tips can help you optimize your vitamin D levels safely and effectively. Morning sunlight exposure. Aim for 15 to 20 minutes of sun exposure between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. when UV rays are less intense but still effective for vitamin D synthesis. Morning light also helps regulate circadian rhythms, supporting sleep and hormonal balance. Magnesium intake. Incorporate magnesium-rich foods into your diet such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, or consider a magnesium supplement. This not only aids vitamin D utilization, but also supports muscle and nerve function. Add fermented foods for K2. Include vitamin K2 in your meals, particularly through fermented foods like natto, sauerkraut, or certain cheeses. K2 works in tandem with vitamin D to ensure calcium is used properly in the body. Without enough K2, calcium from vitamin D can end up in the wrong places. Manage calcium sources. Avoid excessive calcium intake from industrial dairy products. Instead, opt for natural sources like dark leafy greens or small fish such as sardines that include edible bones. These provide a more bioavailable form of calcium with fewer additives. Minimize vitamin D receptor blockers. Factors such as chronic stress, poor sleep, and viral infections can impair the function of vitamin D receptors in the body. Managing these lifestyle elements is crucial to maximizing the benefits of vitamin D. Daily exercise, proper hydration, and immune-boosting habits also enhance receptor sensitivity. This comprehensive approach challenges conventional wisdom and highlights the critical importance of rethinking how we view and use vitamin D. In the fight against autoimmune and chronic diseases, the Madison Protocol is not about taking mega doses blindly. It's about understanding your body, using science to guide supplementation, and working with professionals who can tailor a safe and effective plan for your unique needs. In a world where millions are unknowingly deficient and where outdated science still informs much of our public health policy, the insights provided by experts like Dr. Maxwell Smith are both timely and transformative. If you've ever struggled with persistent fatigue, inflammation, or mystery health symptoms, it's worth considering whether a deeper look into your vitamin D status could reveal part of the answer. As science evolves, so must our approach to health, and sometimes the most powerful solutions are those that challenge the status quo. By embracing modern research, personalized protocols, and nutrient synergy, we can unlock the full healing potential of vitamin D and rewrite the future of chronic illness care in America. Vitamin D is not a quick fix, it's a foundational element of wellness that deserves deeper attention and respect.